Game 2 between the Viper and JonSlow. In this game, the Viper playing as Burmese against JonSlow Japanese. And this matchup probably favors the Burmese, but I'm not really sure how much better they are. And Japanese can do quite well, I guess. We might even see a Monk War here. It's unlikely, but it's possible. And I think I've seen parts of this game, of the later game. Not sure how it ended, to be honest. So let's see how the players are going to play this encounter. Still, I would favor the Burmese over Japanese, at least a little bit here, and I guess experts have a very strong opinion on the one or the other way. Let's see how both players here are going to play this. We have the main stone for JonSlow, forward, a third gold pretty far outside on the right hand side. The main gold forward on the side here, that's going to be tough to defend if JonSlow is getting rushed here. On the side, it's not easy to get a good gold income going. But we have golds in the back here, we have a stone in the back, 4 deer in the back, the boar in the back, which is really nice, but gold, the second goal at least. That's something to work with, and I think can be really important if you get rushed that there's at least one gold back inside, but it's not gonna be enough for long, and I'm not sure how JonSlow is going to react to his map once he is figuring out, oh, okay, I don't have the best map ever. And he's also got a pretty wide base here. You can see a big wall going to the left hand side. Could wall towards the TC from those two edges, but then you only have the one gold in the back, and you don't really want to give out on the main stone and the main gold. Let's see how JonSlow is going to play this. He's doing 4 villages on lumber, which is something we're not used to see from Japanese. Usually 2 villages are enough at the start, but then again, doesn't really matter that much. We have one relic close to JonSlow's base, another relic close as well. There's one in the neutral zone, close to an extra gold here, and then the other two are, I think, closer to Viper. We have one relic on the right hand side, extra gold on the right hand side, extra berries again, a third gold on the right hand side, quite far outside actually, the main stone on the side. Left inside another relic here, boar inside, but 4 deer outside, and I think Viper should lure those in this time, but we're going to find out. Almost closed on the map here, the main gold and that second gold behind that small line of trees, and if JonSlow is going to trash, which is possible of course, then Viper could just hide behind this, could build a gate here and be very safe, maybe except for the fact that the tower could reach the gold, but not from the other side. So he should be fine here. A little bit of space to boom with the second stone, also safe in the back, which is really nice. Or is it an extra stone? But I think it's the second. And Viper, actually the map looking quite decent in my opinion. So let's see how he's going to do this game. Burmese have a lot of options. Arambai has become quite unpopular because they got nerfed a little bit, they're expensive, they're not as strong as Conquistadors, and I would really like to see players make more use of Castle Age Arambai on Arena, but I haven't seen it in quite some time. Burmese, of course, very strong monks, cheap monk tags, and you can go for a siege monk push or for a castle drop with monks, something like that. Could even go for a fast Imperial Age somehow, like a monk rush or smash into fast imp and then go for trebuchets. It's also possible, I guess. Other than that, Burmese really have a hard time against Arbalest. Viper knows this. The battle elephants are not really the best option ever against Arbalest. So I imagine Viper might try to go aggressive in the early ages, in early Castle Age, late Castle Age, maybe an early imp. JonSlow is the first to click up to Feudal Age though. Let's see, he's luring those deer in obviously, and he's on 25 population, 2 villages on gold, 5 on berries, nothing too special here. 2 lumber camps with a total of 6 villagers. That's enough. You can see JonSlow, and like in the good old times, there's a lot of wood in the bank in midway to Feudal Age, and usually you want like 325 to get Market Blacksmith up, but like this, JonSlow could even go for barracks and have enough at this point in the game. He's now going for a farm, so he's investing a little bit of that wood now. Maybe he could have waited to get horse color in, but I think that he might be short of some food, and going for farms is maybe not the worst idea. Also, he's running out of sheep now, so he needs the deer, and the rest of the villagers is going on farms. Not sure what he's doing with those 3. Yeah, he's waiting for the Market Blacksmith to be built. We have Viper on the way to Feudal Age with a total of 8 villagers on wood. That's 6 farms up and running. He's gone for a deer this time, at least for one, and he's also going for Market Blacksmith apparently. No villagers on stone, only 1 deer coming in, but I think Viper should be able to click up still. Going for 2 villages actually is not that close. Those villagers will bring in a total of like, I guess, 80-90 food maybe, but he is still short like 100 at least. Not sure about this build order. It doesn't seem to be too too perfect, too thought out, and he's adding in more villages now, so he is realizing, damn, my food count is a little bit low, dropping off the food now to get 721, 756, I will be able to click up within the next few seconds. There it is, good enough food count to click up to Castle Age. 29 against 27 population, 4 villages on gold. This could actually mean Monk Rush for the Viper. Let's see, what is JonSlow going to do? He's got 6 villages on the main gold now, and that means Monk encounter maybe. That would be really fun to see. Japanese have strong monks, obviously, and with the cheaper mining camp, mill, lumber camp, JonSlow has a lot of wood to get like double monastery and a siege workshop out, or maybe even triple monastery here, but then he needed more villages on gold, in my opinion. I don't think JonSlow is going all in monks. It's not his play style. I would have loved to see Eddie play this game against Viper and going for a shit ton of monks, but like this, let's see how JonSlow is going to go into Castle Age now. 2 villagers waiting to get a job done, which is building double monastery. 2 monasteries coming up, and I imagine at least 1 extra TC, a few more farms on the way, maybe on the gold, maybe on the wood line, maybe no extra TC at all. Okay, I stand corrected here, both on the way. Viper on the way to Castle Age will be there within the next few seconds, finishing the berries, and he's got 800 wood in the bank. That's 10 villagers on wood. We're going to see 2 monasteries, double monastery for the Viper, heavy plow on the way. Very interesting to see. Obviously, we have the free double buildings and Boso upgrade for the Burmese, which is extremely awesome to have. It's such a strong eco bonus. TC coming up on that second gold, close to the main gold as well, and not so far away from woodlines. So that's a nice TC spot in my opinion. Double monastery going finished, and Viper is going in to be able... No, not getting a monk here, losing the scout instead. Double scout for JonSlow is building a TC on that main gold. Does he have a third TC yet? But he's going to build one, I guess, here on the wood line in the back. And Viper a little bit behind. He's going for barracks now. He probably realizes, okay, I might need a spearman or 2 to get things my way when it comes to the map control. 2 TCs only for the Viper at this point in the game. Let's see if he's going for more. Not going for deer is actually hurting him a little bit. Let's see how he's going to compensate. And now the question is, who's getting all those relics in? This relics and these 2 close to the base from JonSlow, that should be his. You can see Viper was faster to get the relic on the right hand side. Sanctity Fervor, did JonSlow go for atonement already? I don't think so. Viper is the first to go atonement. Viper realizing, okay, JonSlow has monks. He could see the monasteries obviously, and he is preparing for that monk fight with 2 TC still, waiting for the gold, for the wood maybe to get for go for a third TC. And JonSlow is getting relics in, is starting to attack the monks. Those monks have sanctity. One going down, but the other one actually getting protected by the spearman. And now there's 1 spearman against 1 scout, and there's the monks obviously. JonSlow, I think, did not go for atonement yet. Yeah, there it is. Atonement upgrade coming in, 325 gold, I think. Of course, only half of that for the Burmese. So Viper has very cheap upgrades and can go for more monks with the same amount of gold. He's now trying to go for that relic. JonSlow has 3 relics already. Viper is able to kill the last of the scouts. And now we're going to see a little bit of a conversion fight here. A spearman moving forward, but JonSlow is still trying to go for the monks here to convert. I think, oh, he got one. Very nice to see. And that's 2 monks for JonSlow. Viper is in trouble here a little bit. He's only got 1 monk left. There's another one catching up, but he's got 2 spearmen who are attacking the monks from JonSlow. And it looks like the military count is a lot better for Viper now at this point in the game. Another conversion, which is very strong here. The relic went in, I guess. Is it somewhere behind that gate? Did he get it through the monastery? No. Where's that relic gone? Don't see it, but I think JonSlow is going to pick it up later on. Now, the fact is, Viper is going for more and more and more monks. He is in a lot of production here. With the 2 TCs he has, it will be fine. Villager-wise is only 10 behind. And I think Viper needs a forward siege workshop now. While JonSlow with the 3 monasteries is not producing non-stop. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. He could produce, but he's maybe focusing a little bit more on the economy. He's now getting a few more farms up. He's got a lot of wood in the bank. And going for that mining camp to get a castle up later on. Also on the left-hand side, more farms on the way. And that's the difficult part about this game. The multitasking between fighting, between micro military or monk micro, and at the same time try to get the economy in shape. And Viper with only 2 TCs had an easier time with that. He's behind in economy, but he's got the big military advantage now. Furb on the way for Viper as well, and I'm just waiting for him to either go for Forward Siege Workshop or, as you can see, wait for the resources to click up to Imperial Age, and then Imperial Monks plus he's on stone as well, plus a forward castle maybe. That might be quite dangerous for JonSlow. We have Viper going with Loom, Terror doing a wheelbarrow now, but Viper has clicked up to Imperial Age, and JonSlow is pretty far away from that. I'm not sure if he's expecting Viper to go for a relatively fast imp here. Could be an interesting fight, because I think JonSlow is not prepared for something like that. And he is on stone, but only with 4 villages. He's sending more now. Problem is, if Viper is getting a castle up forward, like on that main gold maybe, then JonSlow might have a difficult time, especially since Viper will be able to go for trebuchets a lot earlier. And JonSlow has decent resources at this point in the game, considering he's on 70 villages. He's got a good amount of monks, but Viper, I think, will have the momentum going for himself. Only 2 monasteries, but those have been producing a lot of monks. There's the castle coming up, as expected, actually directly on the main stone. JonSlow cannot see the castle coming up. No, I can see it, actually. I stand corrected. He knows about the castle. He is clicked up to Imperial Age Redemption on the way for the Viper. And now the only problem for the Viper is he did not break the walls yet. There's a few more houses on the way. Do we see, like, block printing, Theocracy, Illumination? I think Burmese get all of them except for not sure if they get Faith, and no Heresy as far as I remember. Redemption also coming in for JonSlow. Bootkin Arrow, so he wants to transition into Arches, I guess. Crossbow and Arbalest. Makes sense. JonSlow almost has enough stone for a castle. Now we left that stone, but where to put it? I don't think you should put it in the front. He's going to the back here, which makes a lot of sense. Archer range is coming up behind the Forge Castle, and there's the first trebuchet coming out. Viper is going to have a lot of vision, and he's going to start to attack, I guess, the TC on the main gold. Makes sense. Now, JonSlow is saying no. No on what? I guess. Ooh, that's 2 villages converted immediately, and JonSlow is going to lose control over the main gold, which is really important. There's the Iron Buy production starting now. Viper is actually going for Imperial Age Iron Buy, or for Castle Age Iron Buy in Imperial Age, because I don't think he's going to have a lot of upgrades on those. And now we might see monk fights here, block printing on the way only now for JonSlow, and the Viper is starting to convert, but Terror is obviously running away. He cannot take this fight. Second castle coming up, covering the main stone, might be able to hit that main TC, and the second trebuchet is moving forward. JonSlow in the meantime is losing the monasteries to the traps, and with chemistry on the way, Viper's trebuchets will be stronger. That TC will fall as well. Theocracy and Arbalest on the way for the Viper. Sorry, for JonSlow. Viper doing chemistry now, doing hand card. He's catching up in villages, and he is converting villages at the same time. Yeah, why not? Go for that main gold. He can take it for now. There's one trap for JonSlow now. Chemistry and Padded Archer armor on the way. Arbalest done, obviously, but Viper should be able to keep that castle repaired for some time at least. He's got 200 plus stone in the bank, and he's going for more and more trebuchets. That's a total of 3 plus 2. That's 5 trebuchets now against only 2. And Japanese chemistry trebuchets with Catapult are really strong. Like this, Viper even has the advantage because he has chemistry. And I think, yeah, JonSlow just lost one of the traps. Does Terror have chemistry as well? It looks like it, okay. Thumbering on the way for JonSlow, but still, that's 3 trebuchets against only 2, and there's 2 more that are going to start an attack here. JonSlow cannot really go close to the trebuchets now. There's a bombard cannon behind even, and the bombard cannon is really mobile. JonSlow is going to try to convert this bombard cannon. He's not going to be able to do so. Instead, he's losing the monk. Viper quickly going for the counter convert here, and JonSlow is trying to keep his trebuchets repaired, but it's costing him a lot of villager time, and Viper is only 6 villagers behind. He's got 27 idle, so JonSlow, that means Viper, oh sorry, he's ahead, that's my mistake. JonSlow is behind, mistake for me, and a lot of idols here as well. Arvel is now trying to move in, trying to get those monks down, but there's a few conversions here, and JonSlow is not doing the best micro ever. Viper is just attacking the trebuchets, which is interesting. JonSlow was able to get that castle down in the meantime. I think Viper should have attacked the castle first, but okay. And now he's running away a little bit, but it might even be a trap to get those arbalists closer in single groups, and looks like there were a few good conversions. Viper still has to run away. Iron Buy won't be good enough at this point. Viper Viper, though, is able to take down the last of the traps here. Ooh, JonSlow converting trebuchets. That's really awesome to see. The Arbalest are doing a good job here. Viper is sending in more monks. He's got a bombard cannon behind. He's got a run by to attack that trebuchet. And now Viper is moving to the right-hand side. I think he still wants to attack that castle. Viper, a lot of resources on the bank. JonSlow, really low. He can afford trebuchets, but that's pretty much it. Very few Arbalest. He's producing Arbalest as well. And he's continuing to repair the castle, but it's going down really fast now. And I think that castle is very important to hold the economy together. If the castle is going down, which happened a few seconds ago, it's pretty much, and JonSlow is calling it GG here. Viper going 2 TCs, monks, forward castle, trebuchets, and even the Arbalest and counter traps are not strong enough for JonSlow to be able to hold this. Very interesting game, very interesting way to play Burmese, even against an Arbalest civilization. I hope you enjoyed this game. See you in the next ones. GG.